Look what came in the mail! Let's get this unboxed! Yeah! What's up guys, Josh here, and I've got an exciting unboxing for you. This is the OnePlus 2, a very anticipated phone for me at least. I know some haters are out there, and there's also some lovers, so let's talk to the lovers for a while. And the reason why I'm excited about this is because I'm going to be able to support this phone. I'm going to keep it as long as I can. You're going to see a lot of coverage on the OnePlus 2. So let's get into the unboxing of this, and I'll also give you my first impressions. One thing I'd like to point out this time is that I'm glad that it comes with one box. If you knew the OnePlus 1 last year came with the phone box, and then the charging cord and the power brick actually came in another box. While the presentation looked cool, I'm just glad it comes with one box this time. So I don't think I'll need a knife for this part. Heck, let's go ahead and get the knife out. Right, so there's already a little hole here, so I'm just gonna kind of use that. Get it going. Get this shrink wrap off. Get this thing unboxed. Throw the paper off to the side, or plastic, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, alright, so here's the box. That's what it looks like. Yippee-ki-yay, right? Alright, let's get this opened up. Oh, it's nice, tight and sealed. Oh, the phone's floating out. Alright, so there she is, the OnePlus 2 in all its glory. Almost. It's got a sheer little plastic covering on it. Let's put that off to the side for a second. Get into the rest of the box, see what comes with it. Alright. So here it looks like we got all of our instructions, paperwork, and so forth. The reason why I even really opened this up was because sometimes they include the SIM card removal tool in this kind of paperwork setup, but it doesn't look that way. This was actually a really big surprise that this even came in, because I'm in the United States and they said it was going to take like 15 to 20 days after it was released to even get here, and I ordered it, shoot, I don't know, it was like last week I think I ordered it, and it still came in. Pretty good timing. So alright, here we go. Here's the charging brick. Let's go ahead and get a little closer look at it, kind of let you see what it looks like. It's got that OnePlus styling, which is, I actually like their style. It's pretty nice. I like it. Now the output is the 5 volt, 2 amps, if you're interested in that kind of information. I'm not going to really go into a lot of specs. That's just not my style. If you want all the specs, I'll leave a link down below. You can always go to the website. We got tons of articles that have that kind of information in it anyways. So their cable actually looks a lot like last year's. It's got that flat, like fettuccine cable. I'm actually just going to go ahead and keep this in the box because I'll probably just try to use another charger for a while. Keep this one looking nice and spiffy. All right, so that does it pretty much for the box. Let's go ahead and get all this put back in there, and we'll get to the phone. So that's what we're really interested in, right? And here we go. This is the OnePlus 2. I didn't get any style swap back covers because I actually like the sandstone back. I didn't really want to get a wooden one or the carbon fiber. I might get a wooden one later down the road, like if I end up needing to replace the back, but I didn't see the sense in actually spending the extra money at the moment at least. Alright, so let's take this plastic little stuff off. And yeah, ooh baby, that's so good. I love the feeling of that sandstone back. That's one of my favorite things that, I don't know, it probably sold me on the OnePlus 1 with that build quality that they had from last year. I just really loved it so much. It was like the first phone that I really didn't want to put a case on it because the material just felt so good. You wouldn't understand unless if you actually put your hands on one. It's just so nice. So here it is, the OnePlus 2. The camera's a little different spot. You got laser focus, which is cool. You're gonna get your camera flash and all that right there. We got some controls over here. We got our mute switch that they added this year, which is pretty neat. It's a neat little option. It's one of those kind of options that is kind of nice on an iPhone. If you're familiar with using an iPhone, they got the mute switch on there as well. We got our home button here that's going to be supposedly faster than Touch ID, and we'll test it out in the full review. So let's just take another look around this thing before we get this all turned on. We're going to get our headphone jack and our microphone set up over there. Get a speaker grill and charging connection at the bottom. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn this thing on. See what it looks like. Get some more first impressions about the software at least, you know? Maybe. Let's hold it now for a little bit longer, maybe. Well, there we go. I think I was actually pressing the volume button, not the power. Whoops. But anyways, yeah, so power button's right here. It's a little lower than most, so that might have been the reason why I'm not used to it. But it's actually pretty good placement because this is, phones are getting bigger these days, and these size phones are becoming the normal, I guess you could say. This is one of the things that makes it to where it's, more like a one-handed use kind of phone because of the button placement. All right, so we got Chinese to start off with. Let's find some English up in here. Let me know if I go past it. There's US, Canada. Did I go past it? English, Singapore, English, UK. There we are, the United States. That's where I'm at. Let's go hit next. No SIM card this time. I'm going to skip that part and go to my Wi-Fi. I'm not going to bug you with the whole setup, so I'm going to get past this and come right back. All right, so while we're actually here at this screen, and there's a lot of white, so we can kind of diagnose some stuff. The OnePlus One had that yellow bar or yellow banding, yellow tint, whatever you want to call it. It kind of happened towards this area of the phone. So I'm not seeing that with this one this time, so that's a good sign. I'm not seeing that yellow tint that a lot of OnePlus Ones suffered from. All right, so while this was setting up, I'll just kind of take a look at it. And what's pretty awesome is that it comes with an included screen protector. That's really cool to me because I'm actually going to end up getting a tempered glass screen protector to go with this. And I don't have to take it off a screen protector or like a normal film that a lot of carriers put on their stuff. And it's just nice not to have to worry about that. So once I'm able to get the tempered glass that I want to get, I can take this off and then put it on. I'm not going to get any kind of scratches. It's easier to install a tempered glass screen protector because of that, because when you take this off, there shouldn't be any dust or anything like that on that. So that just makes that nice. It's just, I don't know, one of those kind of small little things that I notice that I actually appreciate. I want to actually go through this setup with you because it's not what I'm actually used to doing with an Android device. It gives you some extra setup kind of options. So you got a choice to either use the physical kind of capacitive buttons or the on-screen buttons. I like actually the physical ones, so I'm going to keep that like it is. Now, I like this feature a lot, double tap to wake, and that is if you double tap the screen, it wakes up the device. If you've used any kind of LG device or anything that has that kind of support, it is so nice to have. It's so frustrating when you go to another device and it doesn't have that feature. You sit there tapping on the screen like, why isn't this work? Oh, I don't have that feature. This one does, so that's pretty cool. You can disable it if you want to. I'm actually going to leave the rest of these disabled because I'm not going to use them. We have an input method, which is your keyboard. It comes with SwiftKey, which I actually forgot about that. I like SwiftKey. That's my go-to keyboard, so I'll keep that on there. So we got this new feature called Shelf Life, and you can kind of take a look at that, see what it's about. I'm not going to actually enable it. So it says setup is complete. Hit the check mark. Got our welcome screen. And here we are. It's the OnePlus 2, guys. There it is. Comes like with basically a stock launcher. Now the button was actually a little bit different than I thought it was going to be. It's more like a capacitive button than it is actually like a pressing down button. You just kind of touch it like the menu and back buttons that we're used to. There's no kind of click or anything like that. It's just a straight touch, like capacitive touch. Let's launch the camera real quick. See how this looks. It's like I want to do a first snap picture or whatever. Let's just do the box. There we go. First picture with the OnePlus 2. It's on the books. There we go. At least for my OnePlus 2. We know that MKBHD got his of a, one of those viewfinders that you see at parks and stuff. So anyways, this is the OnePlus 2. So first impressions with this is that I'm excited about it. Yes, there's some letdowns about it with like no NFC, wireless charging, or even the quick charging kind of stuff. But those aren't deal breakers to me. One, the price is pretty rather forgivable in my opinion. This still feels like a solid phone. It's really actually feels, I'm surprised by it. I was expecting it to be kind of light, but it's got a little bit of weightiness, so that way it feels like you got something in your hand. I actually like the button placement. It'll get a little bit getting used to because of kind of how low it is on here, but it's a good spot for it. I like the mute button here. You got your different settings. You can just go to vibrate or silent all or full blast volume. I like the capacitive buttons here. we can leave it just at that if you want to, but let me just go into how I'm actually going to use this device. I'm going to use it as my second counterpart, I guess you could say. It's not going to be my daily driver as far as phone calls go through a data plan or anything like that. If you know me, I'm a Verizon user, but I'm getting this mainly for just like extra tasks to be able to put social media accounts on this phone versus another. For example, my Instagram account will be a lot easier. You can't toggle in and out of accounts on your phone with an Instagram account. I've got 3 or so that I'm actually in charge of, so it's just going to be easier to put that on here. Apart from my blog, I'm actually a social media coordinator for a company, so I'll be able to actually use this for some of those kind of tasks. It's just going to make life a little easier. Plus, it's my toy. I'm going to use it as a toy. I'm real excited about it. I'm going to get it rooted. I'm going to get custom ROMs on it, custom recoveries, all that kind of stuff, all the hacks and stuff that you guys are interested in. So lots and lots of content going to be about the OnePlus 2. I'm so excited about it. If that's not a reason enough to subscribe to the channel, if you haven't, do that now because you're going to want to see more OnePlus 2 coverage. I've got accessories already on the way for this, so you're going to want to stay tuned for those as well. Like I said, lots of coverage, lots of content about the OnePlus 2. You're going to get my full opinion about this. I'm not going to hold back. Tell you what's good about it, tell you what's bad about it. So yeah, if you're going to tell by my tone, I'm actually really excited to have this. This is fun. I love getting this kind of stuff. All right, guys, I've ranted enough. This has been an unboxing, first impressions video. I'm so glad that you stayed tuned to the end of this video. Thank you so much. If you did, give me that thumbs up. And guys, I'll just catch you the next time. Sound good? All right, guys, have a good one.